everybody. Today is Tuesday, and today I'm going to make another dessert for Passover that I get to stick in the freezer. I love doing this cooking show now because I get all of my stuff done ahead of time. What I can't get it all done ahead of time. So today we're going to make Passover Matzo Toffee. It also has chocolate on it because, you know, it needs to. I'm going to turn it down. I've already got a batch going in the oven because it's another one of those two-part things. Not real hard, but it has a couple steps. Okay, so I've got 2 sticks of butter already melting in the in that pan, and I'm going to add a cup of brown sugar, firmly packed. Brown sugar is actually pretty hard. But this is a great recipe to use up your hard brown sugar on. So I'm not going to be able to pack it real well. Here. We'll call that a cup. Okay. Very few ingredients on that. You know I love that. It's basically got butter, matzah, brown sugar, and then chocolate and nuts. And really, what could be wrong with those ingredients? Now, while that is cooking together, and if you don't do it for Passover, you can do this on top of crackers. It's very similar to a recipe my friend Betsy's mom used to make all the time. She would make this with crackers, and ooh, it was delicious. Isn't that funny, the things you remember? Gosh, I won't tell you how long ago that was. Okay, while that is cooking, I'm going to get the pan ready. So I've got a jelly roll pan because you need sides, and I've sprayed it with Pam. Now I'm going to take matzah and cover the bottom with it. And you're going to have to break it. Don't worry about breaking it exactly. I try and get it close, and then you can fill in with little chips and pieces of it. Okay. And since I want absolutely every bit of this that we can get, I'm going to put it in there too. And here, I'm going to use some of these little tiny pieces. Get a little piece there, a little piece there. And I'm really going to just sort of fill this up with crushed matzah because you really want all of it in there because your family will go nuts over this. Usually I'll make it with a batch with nuts and another one without. Let's see how this is doing. Okay, this is melted together now. It's going to take about 3 minutes, and you'll see when it changes. Let's move back over here. You'll see when it changes from like separate and it all comes together. When it comes together, that's when you got to pour it. And it should only take about 3 minutes. I'm going to let that go while I check on the one that's in the oven. Okay, this is good. Okay, how are we doing? This is coming together really well. It probably needs another minute or so. I'm going to turn it up a bit. Now, there are a lot of recipes out there that you can... Hey, Sarah! Oh my gosh! I was just thinking about you when I talked about making this without nuts, because I make it without nuts for my niece who is allergic to nuts. Okay, so you can see it's sort of coming together really well. Let's get rid of that little foam in the middle. And when it is together like that, I'm going to turn you back over here. You're going to pour it over all of the matzah. Now, the biggest thing is just get it down in there, and then you can spread it out a little. Okay, this is really hot. Okay, so use your spoon and you can just spread it out some. You want to cover it all because you want all of it like with the chewy toffee goodness. Yeah, and this matzo is sort of weird shaped. It's like curving up a little. I noticed that when I put it in. But it'll be fine. Okay, now I'm gonna put this in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. And I'll show you how it comes out. Okay. Oh, and here, I did this one with nuts. I went ahead and put the nuts on at this point in it. Now, while it's still warm, I want you to get your chocolate. And sometimes I do the nuts on top of the chocolate. Sometimes I do it like this. I'm sort of experimenting it with it like this now, because when it's on top of the chocolate, the nuts do not stick very well. So then you're going to take your chocolate, spread it all around there. I left some pretty big chunks here, so I'm gonna give it a second, let it sit for a minute, and then I'm gonna sort of spread it around. It's a little harder to do when the nuts are underneath. And if you need to, you can pop it back in the oven for like just a minute or two just to melt the chocolate. And then you spread it all over this, and it is, I've seen it listed places as matzo crack because it's really good. But that's it. I mean, it's some simple steps, but you know, you need the time in there to cook it, and you need the time for the sugar and the butter to come together. That's it for today. We've got one more dessert that I'm going to be making tomorrow. Can't wait for you to see. Thanks for watching. Bye.